Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittney Bundles and welcome to Motivational Monday. If you are new to this channel, on Mondays I go over scriptures, quotes, experiences from my life or experiences that you all send in to go over, elaborate on, and provide inspiration and motivation for the rest of the week. So if you are interested, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right into the video. So today I really want to focus on this quote, and the quote is, "Your limitation is only your imagination." And I'm going over this quote today because, like always, I really feel like this quote is true. If I've mentioned a quote on this channel, then it's because it's what I'm feeling. It's you know, what I can resonate with. And so many times we think small. We don't think big enough, in my opinion. I know for me particularly, when I was in high school and I was getting ready to graduate, a lot of people would ask me, what do you want to be? What do you want to go to school for? What do you want to do? And I told you this before in another Motivational Monday, but I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know the name behind it. And in my school, there weren't really too many programs about entrepreneurship, owning your own business and things like that. And so that was just something that I thought was, far out of reach for me. I never saw myself owning a salon. I never saw myself owning a hair business. I never saw myself getting asked to do different public speaking events and engagements. I never saw myself doing that. It was something that I wanted to do, but I didn't really, I didn't really nurture that side. I didn't allow that dream to really run free. And so I would steer towards what was popular. A lot of people wanted to go into nursing when I was in school. A lot of people wanted to do become a lawyer. A lot of people wanted to do just different things like that. The people that I would hang around. And so we all had our mind made up what we wanted to do. And although some of those things were interesting to me, it wasn't where my true passion was at. And so a lot of times we allow ourselves to be limited based on what others feel we should do. I know a lot of people would say, you're really great with speaking. You're really great with making an argument or making a point. I was on the debate team when I was in school, and I really love the debate team because I really love I love being able to see other viewpoints. I love being able to see how you can take the same scenario and have multiple different viewpoints on it. I love being able to hear different arguments and cases built up based on other people's experiences and the way that they see things, and the way that they can articulate and put together an argument. I love being able to present how I feel about the whatever the topic was in debate, and being able to see other people show me different ways that I could possibly look at it. So I just always loved doing things like that. And so a lot of people would say, hey, you would be a great lawyer. That's what you should do. That's what you are going to do. That's what you would make good money doing. And so, not saying that I didn't enjoy some things about, the role of being a lawyer, but it wasn't my dream. But like I said, I was going to compromise what I wanted to do just so that I could pretty much fit into this box. And not really just so I can fit into this box, but just because that's what I thought my option was. If you're good at debating, if you're good at making your points in different cases, then you should be a lawyer. That's just what I thought. That's what I would hear a lot in school. That's what I would hear a lot outside of school. And so, like I said, my imagination, I can't speak for anyone else, but my imagination was really limited to what I thought, was the only option for me. And so it wasn't until I got older that I realized that really your life is what you make it. It really is what you make it. You can spend so many years complaining, so many years planning, so many years doubting yourself, so many years talking yourself out of doing different things. And then you look back and you're like, wow, like I really wasted time. And so I never want to be that person. I always, I'm like, you get one life to live. I at least want to say that I tried it. I at least want to say that this is something I wanted to do and I went for it. Now, whatever the outcome is, you have to accept your outcome and, try different next time. But I always want to just say, I want to be able to say this is something that I wanted to do and I did it. And so the first thing that I really want to go over is thoughts can be limiting. So your thoughts, like I just mentioned, your mindset can really limit you from different opportunities and just limit you from growing to your full potential. It really can. The way that you look at yourself, the way that you think about yourself is crucial. It's very crucial. And I know with social media, sometimes it can be hard to remain confident. It can be hard to keep your head high because there's so many people, looking at you, or so many people that are judging based on a picture that you might take, based on a quote that you may say, based on a video you may put out. Before I was on social media, it was just, you would have your people that you knew, maybe people that you went to school with, people that you work with, people that you were your neighbors, or people that you grew up with in the neighborhood. Those people, you could say, okay, these people are going to be the ones that are going to be judging me. But now when you're on social media, it's like the whole world. It's people that, anyone that has access to see you, everyone's judging you. And so sometimes you can get down, whether you're on social media or not. I'm just putting that out there. But sometimes you can get down. Sometimes you can start to second guess yourself. And that's why I speak so much, about making sure that your mindset is in a healthy place, making sure that you are continuing to lift yourself up, making sure that you are speaking truth to yourself. And making sure that you are doing something that you're passionate about. Just because you have a passion for something does not mean that you're going to know everything. I mean, everyone's still learning every single day. It's just having enough confidence to go forward. It's just having enough willpower to want to go forward. Having enough discipline to want to learn more. And so I just wanted to put that out there, that your thoughts really can't limit you. Because I was talking to someone the other day, and I was just explaining that people only take you as serious as you take yourself. That's just the truth. If you don't really see your full potential, a lot of people won't see the full potential either. There's a level of confidence that you still have to maintain, and there's a level of open-mindedness. I did say open-mindedness. Not sure if that's a word or not, but there's a level of that you have to have, and so just be open to growing your thoughts, be open to different mentalities, different viewpoints, and be open to the fact that your success and who you truly are is not built on what others think about you. It's not built on how many people like your video, how many people share your video, how many people like your pics on Instagram, how many people like your pics on Facebook. It's really about what God designed you to do, and how faithful you're going to be and trusting you're going to be to actually step out of your comfort zone and do something that is going to empower yourself and others. So just open your mindset, stop being afraid to be you, be you, and you're going to see a lot of great things follow after that. Also, think bigger. I think so many times we limit ourselves with our thoughts, instead of saying things like, if I could just get any house, I'll be happy. I mean, you can definitely be grateful, but don't be afraid to say, this is the house of my dreams. This is the house that I'm working toward, or these are the houses that I would love to live in, or these are the homes that I'm wanting to stay at when I get this age, or this is the area, or this is the place that I want to live at. Or, by next year, this is what I'm expecting to have. This is how much I want in my account. This is how much I want to be able to invest. This is how much debt I want to have paid off. Start thinking bigger, instead of just saying, yep, I hope I get over a 600 credit score. Let's start shooting for the stars. I'm going to be at an 800 or higher. I'm going to be really close to 800 next year. I'm going to be sitting really well. My financial stability is going to be more than strong. It's going to be excellent. Let's start really thinking big, and then also let's start creating plans to achieve our goals. So instead of just saying, I really want to have an 800 credit score, let's start actually taking the steps to actually get that done. So creating a roadmap. For an example, if I pull up my Credit Karma and I pay off all of my medical debt this month, or make plans to pay off all of my medical debt over the next 3 months, that's moving me closer. And then after I get that taken care of, then I'm going to move toward paying off all of my credit card balances, or at least getting them down to 30% of their credit limit or lower. And then the next 3 months I'm going to work on this. So really start making a roadmap to help you actually to reach your goals. Instead of just saying, this is something I want, really make a plan so that you can see yourself moving closer. Also, I want to talk about dreaming it. So allow yourself to dream. I think so often we're so hard on ourselves, and we're like, you know what, I'm not going to think about daydream about nothing that I can't really have. A lot of times people say that, but in my opinion, I think it's great to dream. I think it's great to have goals and to say, you know what, this is something that I want. So one day I'm going to be able to get this if I stick to my plan, if I stay faithful, if I continue to drive my business and myself forward, if I remain optimistic, if I continue to tell myself the truth, if I build a close relationship with God, if I, start actually walking by faith, if I start, investing and going after my dreams, if I start stepping outside of my comfort zones, this is going to happen. So it's nothing wrong with dreaming, keeping different things around you that are going to keep you reminded and motivated of why you're doing what you're doing. I think I told you this in another video, that even when I was working, I would print out certain things and keep them at my desk to keep me motivated. If I wanted a certain car, the car that I have now, not the car, I'm in my boyfriend's car, but the car that I have now, I really, really want it. I love my car. I was proud of myself for getting it. But I kept myself motivated because that's something that I wanted to drive. It's something that I wanted. And I know it's just a car. Other people have different goals. Also, I would keep pictures of my children because they're my motivation as well. So if you want to, just have open a CD for your children, open a savings account for them. Even if you don't have a lot of money to invest right now, just do what you can and allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to actually say, you know what, this is where I want my family to be. These are the type of trips that I want to take. This is the place that I want my children to grow up in. This is what I want them to see. Because if we start really thinking about what we want to do, it stays in our mind and we can actually move forward instead of just saying, oh, I just want better. That's great to want better, but let's really dream about what we truly want. Okay, let's have a direction of where we truly plan to go. And the next thing that I'm going to talk about is become inspired. So start traveling, start taking yourself outside of your typical norm and start seeing other parts of the world. I'm just going to put this song out here, J. Cole's song, I believe. Yeah, J. Cole. And he said, she messed with, small town guys, but I have bigger dreams. If you just take that for a second and you really look and dig deeper, take the guy part out of it and all that kind of stuff, but just think about yourself. Do I really have small town dreams, quote unquote? Am I really just stuck in this mentality or stuck in this city? And some people that live in bigger cities, you may not know what I'm referring to, but sometimes when you live in a very, very small city, it's very easy to just get comfortable and wrapped up in what you think is the world. Like I told you before, I live in a very, very small city. And so when I started getting outside of my city and seeing, wow, like there's a lot of things to see outside of my city. There's people that are doing this and people that are doing that. And not only that, but there's different places that my children can go, and there's different clothes that I can get, and there's different music that's playing, in different areas, and there's different events that are going on. There's life, you know what I mean? Not downplaying, anyone that's from a small city, because I'm from a small city, not downplaying my city. I'm just saying that sometimes we can get, we can just be closed-minded because we're so used to one thing. And so I'm just saying, allow yourself to travel, see other things, see parts of the world, even if you want to go overseas, see what else is out there. There's a huge world out there. And so often we just get comfortable in our lifestyle. I'm not saying that we love our lifestyle, but we just get comfortable with it. We get comfortable with the people that we see every day. We get comfortable with the same people that may not support our business or, may talk down on our business, or we just get comfortable, we just settle for our lives. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with appreciating your life and loving your life, but I'm just saying that there's nothing wrong with wanting more either. There's nothing wrong with wanting to see what else is out there, traveling, allowing your children to experience and see different things, allowing them to have different inspirations and aspirations. I can tell you that a lot of times when I travel, I get inspired. I really, really get inspired. And so it's great to dream and to keep yourself inspired and keep yourself motivated. Sometimes before I even moved into the area that I live in now, I would drive past. It was me, my boyfriend, and my children. We lived in an apartment, and we would always say, one day we're going to be able to live in a house. One day we're going to be able to live in a neighborhood like this. And our babies were small, so they probably, more than likely they didn't understand what we were saying, but we would still say it. We would have those conversations in front of them, and eventually we were able to move into an area that we loved. And like I said, this is not the end of it. I still have different aspirations and inspirations, and I still do want something bigger, and I still do have different goals. But I'm just saying that allowing myself to ride through different neighborhoods, allowing myself to get outside of my complex and actually see what else is out there, really helped me to be able to decide what I wanted to do and where I wanted to live. And because I could see that vision, it really helped me achieve it. So if you can see it, if you can dream it, you definitely can achieve it. I agree with this quote, because the only thing that's holding you back 99% of the time is your mindset. But just get out there. You know what I mean? Like, get out there and see what it is. See what the world has to offer. Not just traveling, but meeting other people. Not just other people, but like going to a dealership and driving or riding in your dream car, going through to a dealership and looking at the car that you would love to buy. Don't think about the price, don't think about anything, but just say, this is my dream car. You know, actually allowing yourself to say, you know what, this is what I want. Dream for it. Put a hunger in your mouth for it, a thirst in your mouth for it, so that, you know, even those days that you don't feel like going, even those days that you feel like, wow, you know, it's no point of doing this, you still have a reason. You're like, you know what, no, I still want to be able to take my children on trips. I still want to be able to invest in my children's college fund. I still want to be able to have my children set up with a nice savings when they graduate. I still want to be able to tour the world. I still want to be able to meet so many more great people. So I have to keep going, you know. So I really hope this video provided inspiration and motivation for the week. The overall message is just to open your thoughts, dream big. Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to look outside of your life to see what else is out there in the world. Don't be afraid to become inspired. Don't be afraid to meet new people. Just really get out there and understand that you have one life to live. And, you know, let's make the best of it. Let's really make the best of it. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.